Hey guys, sorry I'm a little late. Alright, who's here? Let's see. Happy Friday, by the way. I got my matcha tea ready. My life is good. My life is perfect. As long as I have my matcha, it's perfect. Today is especially so hot for some reason in California. The weather has been really weird. HB1N, how are you? I think I do remember you. I do remember your username. How have you been? Hey Richard, what is up, bro? Oh, you're just watching my shorts? Awesome. Richard, I see you around like quite often, huh? Why are you stalking me, man? I'm just kidding. Oh, right. HB1N. Right. You are the one with Tiger Mom. Yeah, you're still in high school, right? I do remember. You said you have your mom's Korean, right? How's it going? I think UCLA came out today, right? I don't know if you said I mean, for sure you applied to UC Berkeley, right? But I don't know if you applied to UCLA too, but I believe UCLA came out, no? Oh, you got rejected from UCLA. Oh no, I'm sorry. But you had one of those good schools that you already accepted, right? I forget the name. Was it Urbana-Champaign, or I think it was one of like really good schools, right? All right. How have you been? Is your mom mad at you because you got rejected from UCLA? All right, Northeastern. Right. Northeastern is a good school. Did your mom yell at you because you got rejected from UCLA? She was probably like, you should have got accepted to UCLA for sure. What's wrong with you? Hey Jen, what's up? What is up? Oh, today's so hot. Look, I got my matcha latte. Oh man, I don't know why today's so hot. I think it was over 75 degrees. So weird. She was like, doesn't everyone get to UCLA? Of course she would say that. Hey, HB1N, you should tell your mom that Kenji got rejected from UCLA. I got rejected from UCLA, yeah. Hey Jude Barnes, hey Kenji, can you give us an update on the chemo and stuff? Oh yeah, sure. So I actually made a separate video on the update with chemo and stuff, but I can let you know here too. Yeah, so I just finished chemo like about 3 weeks ago, and now I'm waiting for my radiation starting next week, this coming week, right? So yeah, my doctor told me that she's probably going to give me like 25 or 28 treatments. So I'm going to get radiation every day from Monday through Friday for about like a month and a half. Right. All right. Your name is Hyunbin. Right. I forget, but I remember now. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah. Okay. All right. Richard, all of us got crazy Asian parents, right? I got crazy Asian parents. I still deal with them, right? I mean, I feel like, they could say the same thing about me though, right? They could say everyone's got crazy Asian son or Asian kids because I'm 40, almost 40, and I'm living with them still, right? I'm a full-time son. So hey, the Wamala, how are you? Yeah. Have you decided, Hyunbin, which school you're gonna go to? Oh wow, 18 people watching now. I mean, my dad used to be really crazy about like pressuring me to get into a school. He would like guilt trip me and stuff. This one is matcha latte. Yeah, I just recorded how to make this one my way to make it, so I'm going to upload it soon, and maybe you guys can try it. It's really good. Hyunbin, I mean, I'm still waiting on the community college called UC Berkeley, but for now, I think Northeastern. Isn't Northeastern supposed to be better than UC Berkeley? Yeah. Have you guys had dinner yet? I haven't had one right now, but my dad actually is picking up dinner for me. He's going to get what is it, In-N-Out burger for me. And he was like, I was like, okay, like, can you get me? So he was already on the way to In-N-Out, right? And I was like, oh, can you get me a burger and fries? And then he was like, no fries for you. I'm like, why? And then he was like, oh, fries are expensive. I'm like, Dad, just like, what, $4 more? Hey, Marvin. Good to see you. Hey, Dave. Hey, Morio Anime. Good to see you too. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, so let's see if my dad gets me fries. So funny. Sometimes, or often, he's such a cheapskate. You know, it's like penny pinch every single dollar, every single cent. Yeah. Be dog free. Hey, good to see you again. Yeah, Dave, chemo was about 3 months. Yeah. I got total of 5 rounds of chemo infusion, which lasted for about 3 months. So I'm done with it about 3 weeks ago. Now I'm waiting for my radiation. Hyunbin, how's In-N-Out? I'm from New Jersey, so I've never had it. Oh, Hyunbin, I thought you were from California, no? In-N-Out is good. I think East Coast, they have their own version of In-N-Out, right? Which is, what is it called? I forget the name. Oh man, can you remind me? They have their own version of In-N-Out too. Oh, I forget the name. The Waimala, the panda behind you is staring me down. The blinking contest is on. It's okay, they don't bite. They're just staring at you. Hey, what is that called? The In-N-Out, let me look it up. In-N-Out for East Coast. Let me ask ChatGPT. What's the In and out version of East Coast. Shake Shack? No, not that one. Five Guys, right? You guys have Five Guys. I've tried Five Guys here when they came. They opened a couple here, and I honestly didn't like it that much. But some people really like it, and they say it's better than In and Out. Wait, why is the chat appearing on the left side though? I set it at... Wait, do you guys not see the chat? Oh, you guys don't see the chat, huh? Hold on. Ah, man, this thing is so weird. It never works. It never works. Wait. Yeah, this one, stream. Lab. Yeah, you see the chat, but like, you don't see the chat on my screen, right? Wait. Right. Enter text. Hide chat view. Wait. Huh. Wait, yeah, there you go. I found it. Widget. Chat widget. Save. Click to apply to the screen. Text. Right here. Okay. Is it coming on now? Ah, it's not working. So annoying. It's not working, dude. Huh. Yeah, it's still not working, guys. Ah, it's so annoying. Never works. Never works. Never works. Text, bubble, theme, neon. Let's see, this one. This one. Save. Oh my god. Oh my god. Save. Oh. This thing is so annoying. Sorry guys, give me a minute. I'm trying to figure out how to apply to the chat. I mean to the screen. I'm trying to... Okay. I think you see it now, huh? Right? Oh gosh. Yeah. There you go. Finally figured it out. Actually, I figured it out earlier, but it just wasn't working for some reason. No matter how many times I tried to click on it and turn on the chat, it wouldn't show. But anyways, thank you guys for being so patient with me today. So you guys see it now, right? Yeah, pretty cool. All right. Do I watch Singles Inferno? Oh, hell no. I hate that show. For those of you who don't know what Singles Inferno is, it's a Netflix matchmaking show. Korean Netflix. I mean, Korean show, that matchmaking show on Netflix. And, you know, there these people that come on the show, they're like model status people, right? So they're really tall, they're really pretty, they're really good looking, just kind of unrealistic, and they come on the show to find their whatever partner, their significant other, whatever. And I feel like that show is not really realistic because a lot of them, I just feel like they're just there to promote themselves. They're not really serious about trying to find a partner there. They're just trying to promote themselves. So that's why a lot of, you know, those people that come on the show, they are models or who are trying to get big, who are not so famous. Hey Arthur, what's up? Yeah, so anyways, I don't watch that one. But there's another matchmaking show that I watch. It's another Korean matchmaking show. That one is more realistic because actual people, like not models, you know, actual average people come on the show, and they are actually very serious about trying to find a potential partner to get married. So that one is more realistic. So I really like that one. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, hey Clown World Junior, good to see you. Yeah, dating shows are so brutal. That's very, very true. Yeah. It's really interesting. So I actually wanted to talk about this particular show. So the format of the show is that on the first day, they're not allowed to reveal anything about themselves, right? So they're not supposed to reveal or disclose what kind of job they work, you know, where they live, even their age. They're supposed to not say anything about any of their like anything about themselves, right? So it's all mysterious on the first day of the show. And all the candidates, they also they spent like about whole week together in the same house, trying to get to know each other and like play games and going on dates and eating together, whatnot, like all different kinds of things, right? But it's really interesting because so when women are asked, oh, here's my dad. 아빠 줘. He got me in and out. 잠깐만. 빨리 사왔어? 안 사온다며. My dad got me fries, guys. He said he won't get it because it's too expensive, but thank you. All right, got myself in and out, or my dad got me in and out. So what was I saying? Yeah, so these candidates, when they're asked, oh, what's your ideal type, one thing I noticed is that a lot of women, if not all of them, they say very similar things, right? They say something like, oh, I want someone who has a sense of humor, who's stable, who is kind, who is nice, who's able to provide, who's intelligent. They say all these things, right? I remember someone saying, oh, I am looking for a guy that I can that is respectable, right? Someone I can look up to. So when you hear these like women talk about like their ideal type, I wonder, what are they even actually saying? Like, when they said someone who they can look up to, what does that even mean, actually? Like, it's just weird. Like, when they say, I want to look up to my husband, or like someone who's going to be my husband, like you want to like look up to that, it just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't sound right. And then like, so the first day, like they're asked, what is their ideal type. On the second day, so they reveal what they do for a living and their age and their personal information. And also they are given a choice to choose to like who they are first initially interested in. And it's funny because a lot of times at least like guys that are really good looking and tall gets all the picks from the women, most of the women, right? And usually those first picks do not change over the week. Like, whoever like the women choose on the first day as their first choice, they don't change. It doesn't change. Even after, on the second day, even after like they disclose their personal information, right? So what I'm trying to say is that who they're initially physically attracted to, they go with that choice because that's someone they feel attracted to, right? Physically. So what they omit to, or what these women don't tell you, is that, okay, they want someone, when they say, oh, like I want someone who has a sense of humor, who is responsible, who has a great sense of responsibility and whatnot, and someone I can look up to, whatever, right? What they don't tell you is that, yeah, they want those traits, but they want someone they're physically attracted to have those traits, right? So on, like, it's a given that those guys, or the candidate, whatever, they have to be first physically attracted to them initially for them to look beyond their physical attractiveness and actually give consideration for other traits. I mean, maybe this is like obvious, but I don't know, I still thought it was very funny that like they say all kinds of different things, like all these traits and characteristics and they list all these things they're looking for in a man, but it really comes down to if they're not attracted, like physically attracted to that person or not. And a lot of times there are actually a lot of guys that are like, have a great sense of humor, who seem very responsible and caring and kind and nice, right? And who seem very stable, emotionally stable and whatnot. But often they don't get the choice from the women. And I'm like, okay, like here's, your choice right there. Like these guys are your choice. And like these guys have the traits you just listed. So I'm like, but why aren't you like picking them, right? Why aren't you choosing them? Right? And they go with the ones, actually they're like maybe like really good looking or tall, and who actually I don't think they don't look like they have those traits, right? Like sense of humor. These guys don't have a sense of humor. They don't seem that nice. they don't seem to have that kind of like sense of responsibility and whatnot. Like those traits they said they were looking for. They don't have those traits, but somehow they don't seem to care anymore. You know what I mean? But it's funny though, because the men do the same though, right? It's not just women. Right? Men say like do the same thing. They say things like, oh, like I'm looking like my potential like ideal mate. I want them to have like these traits, and I want them to be kind. I want them to have a sense of responsibility. I want them to have a stable job and whatnot. Right? They list all these things, like all these men. But then when it comes to choosing who are they gonna go on a date with, they always pick the ones that are pretty. And these pretty girls, often they don't really have substance, right? Sometimes good-looking people, that they don't necessarily have substance. They're not necessarily nice. That's not that nice. And these men, they don't care. And it's funny because, you know, like, you are on the show that's supposed to have actually choose a partner, like potential partner to get married, right? So, like, I think you have to be more serious than that, right? Like just choosing someone who's pretty or handsome. But somehow they don't seem to like care as much. You know what I mean? Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to eat, guys. Excuse me, but I'm going to eat because I haven't had dinner yet. I think this is like the first time I show you guys me eating, right? I hope it's not too all for streams. Hey Tech, SG707 Tech. My wife is hot, got cancer, and make awesome Korean food. Oh, I'm sorry about your wife's cancer diagnosis, but it's good that she makes a good Korean food and that she's hot. That's good, right? Yeah, I'm doing some mukbang here, right? And you know, my family or my friends, they always give me shit because whenever I eat, I guess like I chew loud. But I feel like, you know, when I don't know if you guys have watched like those Korean mukbang eating show, right? But they chew loud, and I think a lot of times they actually intentionally do that. I think it's somehow like better for the show, right? Mukbang show, like ASMR, right? Hey Damien, good to see you again. Kenji is now an eating ASMR YouTuber. This is good. SG707, I had Shake Shack yesterday. So good. I haven't tried it out yet. I haven't tried Shake Shack before. It was really good. One thing I noticed is that their burger is more oily, right? But it's really good. Be dog free. Does going live affect your bill? What do you mean? What do you mean, like, if it affects my bill? AGM 28. I thought you should not eat this because of your cancer. I think once in a while is okay. They say like whatever I can like eat, and they like emphasize how important it is for me to like not lose weight. So I think it's okay, hopefully. Shake Shack burger is plus fries plus beer $28. Dude, even fast food these days, they're really expensive, right? I think after I'm done eating, I might have to take you guys to walk with me. I have to walk after I eat. Oh, be dog free. Does your phone bill go up when you do live stream? No, it doesn't. Yeah, I have like all a limited data plan, and I think technically I'm like close to my apartment, so I think I might be just connected to my Wi-Fi. Yeah, so I'm technically using my Wi-Fi, not even my data plan, so it shouldn't affect my phone bill. Clown War Jr. The top 10% males and the bottom 90% males are both all together competing against the same females. Well, that's true, right? It's all competition. Right? When you go on a dating app, you're given a pool of choices, right? And we choose which one we feel attracted to, and it's all competition. It's just that I think male competition probably might be more harsh, right? And I don't know if you guys know, but there's when they what they found is that we like current Homo sapiens, they have more female genes than male genes in our genes. So that which means that majority of males did not get to reproduce, and only certain small portion of men got to reproduce, whereas majority of women got to reproduce, right? That's why us humans, we have more female genes than male genes right now. On the last singles in front, the 3 guys went for 1 girl. Some girls didn't get chosen at all. Yeah, that could happen too. If that one particular girl is like really attractive and compared to the other girls. Clown War Jr. Females doesn't compete against or for the top 10% males. Yeah. So I think both males and females have different mating strategy, right? Females, they often look for best mate possible they can get, right? So like top quality men, right? As opposed to like men, I think it's slightly different. They do want quality women, but also I think they want quantity, right? Because like if you think about it, women only get to get pregnant once a year. So the amount of, I guess, offsprings she can pass down on is very limited. And I think women, when they turn, like before they turn 45, I believe, right? Most women, they're not able to reproduce anymore. Whereas men, most men they can reproduce as many as they can, right? Because like sperms, and they're not limited to like their physiological limitation, where just like women, where they only can get pregnant once a year. But men, like, they just spread the seed, right? Hmm. Hyunbin, what are your thoughts about starting a family? I think starting a family is good for people who want it. I think it comes with a lot of responsibility and also liability too. And when you have a family, I think it can bring like a sense of stability and also another level of happiness too, for both women and men. Especially when you have kids. I heard how once you become parents, you like the whole new world opens up for you pretty much. And they say that like it's another level of love and compassion they start to feel for their children, and it's just whole another level of happiness too. So a lot of people who get married and have kids, yeah, they in a way, like I think they kind of evolve as a human being, right? As opposed to people who aren't married and don't have kids. You know, those single people who don't have kids and don't get married, they'll never get to experience that kind of feeling, right? Like I was talking to my sister the other day. And she had 2 kids, right? Excuse me. She has 2 kids, and she was telling me how like one time she really did not want to go to work, right? But then when she saw her kids sleeping in their bed still, right, in the morning, she felt this sense of like, huge responsibility and happiness. Like the reason why she needs to go to work, right? Like the whole purpose of life. Because before she had kids and before she got married, she said she never felt that sense of responsibility for someone else, right? And she's never felt that sense of purpose in her life ever. But once she had kids, yeah, this whole world just opens up, and she's now like, it's no brainer that she has to work hard because she wants to provide, and she has to provide for the family, for her kids. And she loves that. She loves the idea that there's someone else out there that gives her the sense of purpose in her life, the meaning of life. And I don't know if you guys follow Jordan Peterson, but Jordan Peterson was saying how it's a meaningful burden when you start a family, like when you have kids. A lot of people saying like how kids are burden, to your family. I think it is, like, in a way, they can't be a burden, right? But he said something about like how, yeah, it is a burden, but it is a meaningful burden. Once you have children, like they give you meaning for your life. They give you a whole new meaning for your life. And I think that's true. SG707 Tech. Kid is expensive. Man, the amount of money spent, crazy. Yeah, kids are expensive. But I think a lot of times they're worth it, right? They give you like a sense of like joy and happiness and meaning for your life as parents, right? Oh, the burger was good. I still have fries left. Kevin, Kenji, how many kids would you want? I think maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 or 3 would be good. My sister has 2 kids. Yeah, but I think, yeah, 2 or 3. Probably 2 would be ideal. Yeah. And actually, it's funny because my sister said like how, oh, she was so tired all the time because of her kids. And she was telling me how like she doesn't want any more kids. But then the other day she was like, oh, I wonder if I like what it would be like if I had one more kid. Actually, I think I might want more. Like one more, right? I'm like, you're crazy, right? Hyunbin Samchon. Yeah, I'm there, Samchon. So they call it like Samchon is uncle in Korean. Be dog free. Get rid of that dog. It's a net negative for you. What are you talking about? Be dog free. I don't even have a dog. Clown World Jr. I think Kenji will have 25. Dude, you want me to go broke? Derek, Alfonso. Even though no one asked me personally have 4. Wow, that's a lot of kids. You must be really happy, Derek, right? Korean population going down. She should have more. Someone in the chat said they had a dog and called it their kid. Yeah, I think some people they treat their pet as kids, right? Yeah. I think that's okay too. Oh, Derek, you no, I personally won 4. Don't have any. Oh, okay. You're playing League? Oh, wow. What champion do you play? What's your tier? Wow, still 29 people watching? That's unreal. I actually had a question for you guys. How do you guys feel? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have membership feature on my channel, right? And one of the perks for members is they get an access to my past live streams, right? So once my live is over, it gets uploaded automatically, and they are only available to members. But some people have requested to make them free again, right? Accessible to everyone. And I just wanted to hear your thoughts. I was just testing it out, right? Like as in testing the water, just to see how it does. And I'm trying my best to make sure I can make my channel and my content profitable, right? I mean, I really enjoy, sharing my content and doing the YouTube. I really enjoy it, but also I want to make sure that I can make some money, right, off of it. SG707, too early for me. Membership. Yeah, they were requesting that I make it free again. Because before I turned on the membership feature, it used to be just accessible to everyone. By the way, can you guys hear me okay? Is my audio okay? Homeless guy, you need at least 10,000 subs before membership. Hyunbin, what about making every other one free, or like free live stream once in a while? I see. Jin, you'll get more views if they remain available for all. That's true. That is very true. Paulties Geist, what's not free anymore? All my live streams. So my recorded live streams, when they get uploaded, it becomes only available to members. So right now, like, everyone can watch my live stream during live, right? When I'm actually doing it. But once I finish my live stream and it gets uploaded, those uploaded live stream, right? Those are only available to members only. Homeless guy, he's trying OnlyFans business model. Jin, you probably can create some other content, such as extended details to your stories. Mm. Yeah, I'll probably make them available again to everyone. As I said, I was just trying out different features and I wanted to see how it does, and yeah, but I think I'll go ahead and make them available to everyone again. Alright, Poltees Geist. Did you ever talk about how you were on think before you sleep? What do you mean, think before you sleep? What do you mean by that? Like doing a little self-introspection exercise before I sleep? Or journaling? Oh. It's a commentary YouTuber? No, I've never seen that one. It's a commentary YouTuber. Yeah, sorry about the lag. There's nothing I can do about it. But I also have my laptop here and I can read it more faster. Like it shows up on the chat faster on here, but I think on the screen there's a little bit of lag. What is that channel about? What do they talk about? Think before you sleep YouTube. Oh, can I? Let me look it up actually. Let me see if I can look it up. Think before you sleep. Let's see. Oh wow, they have like almost 1 million subscribers. Oh, this one seems interesting. Seems interesting. Oh, I see Jordan Peterson too. Oh, thanks for introducing me to this channel. That seems really interesting. I'll check it out later. Poltergeist. He includes you as part of a YouTube phenomenon called the loser reveal. It's like a red pillar who tells dudes to man up. I think, I think red pillars, right? I think there's a lot to learn from them, like their philosophy. I don't necessarily agree with everything they preach, but there is some good philosophy they try to preach, right? For example, I think they try to teach you like self-responsibility, which I wholeheartedly agree with. You do need self-responsibility for your life. You cannot continue to live in this like victim mindset forever, right? You gotta own up to your own life. You gotta own up to your own mistakes, right? You gotta own up to your flaws and your shortcomings. That's how you improve, right? That's how you get better. B Dog Free, did you watch Life After Div? No, I don't. I haven't watched it. After Divorce? No, I haven't watched it. What is it about? It sounds like it's about divorce. Or how they find new love after divorce. Jin, I'm more black-pilled. I think I'm not too familiar with black pill, but I think I have looked it up before during my live stream because someone mentioned it. I'm only like more familiar with red pill and blue pill, but not black pill. At G707 tag, yeah, since I was 12, I realized no one will help me. I guess I am red pill, not by choice. I think a lot of, especially probably males, go through that phase, right? When they realize that there's no one out there to help them but themselves. And I think, again, the good aspect of red pill is that it teaches you to man up and to take on that responsibility as an individual. And I think it applies to females too. Like no one, it's even your parents or your siblings, your friends, no, they're not gonna save you. They're not going to get you out of your own hell. Only you can save yourself from your own hell, right? And only you can redeem yourself. And the process of saving and redeeming yourself, it's what really makes you stronger and what really makes you to evolve, right, as a person. So yeah, I think I think red pill, it can be really good if you if you take it the right way, I think. Jen, once you've awakened, you don't need someone for help. You mentioned that word, awaken. I like that word. It kind of reminds me of the quote by Carl Jung. I think it goes something like, who looks, it goes something like, what is it? I forget. Oh, who looks outside dreams, but who looks inside awakens, something like that. Yeah. So we are supposed to look inward, right? And looking inward, again, I think looking inward, it's same as taking on that self-responsibility. But when you look outside, you are kind of looking for external reasons for your own failures, right? For your own misery. But when you look inside, that's when you realize, okay, like my own misery, my own struggles and suffering, I am responsible to save myself from these negative circumstances, right? Actually, let me look up that quote. Let me see if I got it right. Yeah, who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. Yeah, sounds right. I'm kind of surprised I still remember that quote. Yeah. And also, have you guys heard of that quote that goes, you don't see the world as it is, you see the world as you are. I love that quote. I really, really, really love that quote. So again, it goes, you don't see the world as it is, you see it as you are. Natalie. Hey, Natalie. Hey, John Lee. Good to see you, man. My long lost brother. Alright, Natalie. In order to be successful in life, you must be consistent and disciplined. Does anyone else struggle with short bursts of motivation followed by long periods of burnout? That's very true. Very, very true. I 100% agree. You know, you do need discipline. You do need discipline. SG707, yeah, since 12, I got a job to pay for lunch money. Got beat up by a gang and got gun pointed at me, and this is all before the age of 17. Every day was hell. Oh wow. Sounds like you had a really rough childhood. Damn. But also, you know, because of those experiences, it sounds like you also got really, really stronger, right? And you realize at such an young age, that, you know, you gotta pick yourself up by your bootstraps, right? Hey, Jay Funny, good to see you. Yeah, I have Jay Funny. Have you ever watched the YouTuber Average Korean Man? Yeah, I have watched it. I kind of enjoyed it. I don't watch it anymore regularly, but I definitely watched it. It was interesting. Let me grab my jacket really quick, guys, because I'm going to go for a walk for a little bit. Okay, I'll be right back. And then you guys are coming with me, right? We go on a walk together. Night walk. Okay. Where's my... I'll be right back. I'll make sure I lock the keys. Be right back, okay? Alright guys, let's go for a walk. Alright, can you guys see me okay? Alright, let's see here. Let me see. Whip yourself into motivation. Right, I agree with it. 100%. Yeah. Hi Emerald. I'm right here. I'm doing a little walk. Right around my apartment, going for a walk. Oh wow, 44 viewers. That's crazy. Hey, P. Leon, make your videos free, my guy. Yeah. So I was talking about that earlier. I am going to make my videos free again. So no worries. After today's live stream, I am going to make all my past live streams for free again. Okay? So no worries. Emerald, did you have dinner? Yeah, I did have dinner. My dad got me In-N-Out sandwich. So that was that. You should do David Goggins style run. Come on, Alex. You can't do that. Especially while I'm holding my camera. Like, I can do a little light jogging like this. But that's all I can do. John Lee, is your neighborhood diverse? Somewhat, yeah. There's some Asians, there's a lot of Hispanics, some blacks, some white people. Yeah, somewhat diverse, I would say. SG707 tag, isn't rent in California crazy? I hear $3,000 for a 2-bedroom right now. Yep, you got that right. Rent in California is nuts crazy. Yeah. That's why I can't afford it. I can't afford to move out on my own. That's why I'm a full-time son with my parents. You know, they're stuck with me. I can't afford to move out, man. Homeless guy, thank you for making them free again. I'm looking forward to listen to them. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I hope you guys get to enjoy the free live stream again. You know, I definitely want to make accessible to everyone, and yeah. Lucy, so good that you're walking consistently. Yeah, that's what I try to do after every meal, so that, you know, I won't have what is it called, blood sugar spike, right? So I try to get my steps in every day. My goal is to get 5,000, at least 5,000 steps in. And this past week, yeah, I have achieved that goal. Sometimes 8,000, sometimes 9,000 steps. But on average, I think I'm at around like 6,000 steps, 7,000 steps a day, which is not too bad, right? Yeah. SG707 tech. Once interest rate goes down, it will spike the housing price again. Yeah, I think so, hopefully. But you know, you can't, it's really hard to predict the market, right? So a lot of people thought that after COVID, the rent and the housing prices will go back down, but it actually really didn't. Probably went down slightly, but it's almost like permanent, right? Spike now, so we'll see. Yeah. Oh wow, still 25 people watching. You know what? At one point, it was over like 50 people watching. It was crazy. I think it was like highest amount of people I've had on my live stream. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh man, I wish I actually had a holder, camera holder. It would be easier for me to hold it while walking. But I ordered one from Amazon, so it will arrive soon. So I'll be able to hold the camera and walk more easily and talk to you guys more easily, right? Yeah. Hey guys, don't leave yet. Once I'm done walking, I'm going to talk about something very interesting. I have several topics you guys can choose, so don't leave yet, okay? I promise. It'll be just as fun, right? I mean, I have like hundreds of topics I actually wrote down for my videos, video ideas, right? And I guess I kind of overwhelmed myself with, because I created too many lists, and I don't even know what to talk about anymore because there's so many. So I fall into this what is it, the analysis paralysis, right? Yeah. Lucy, thumbs up. Yeah. How have you guys been enjoying or finding my latest contents? I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been trying really hard to give it a little tweak, right? I'm no longer bound to my car, and I'm going out there recording, doing different things. So I don't know how you guys are finding those contents. Are they okay? Do you guys prefer me recording in my car. I don't know. Yeah, Marvin. I have a coworker for the night shift, and she wasn't even in uniform. She was showing off, and honestly, she knows that I'm gonna look at her. So wanna know what that means? It's just me and her. Showing off what? Marvin, I don't know what you're talking about, man. You gotta be more specific. I have no clue. I have zero clue what that means when it's just you and her and she's not even wearing a uniform. I don't even know what that means. Give us some clue, man. SG707 Tech. Maybe you can go to Vietnam and do some kind of solo leveling adventure there. Yeah, for sure. So I think I'm getting a little more comfortable holding my camera in public. So I'll level up by then, right? And hopefully when I go to Vietnam, I'm going to do some solo adventure videos, right? Vlogging. Marvin. It could mean nothing, but that's crazy. It got me distracted and flustered. Hey, why would you be flustered? I don't know why you'd be flustered and distracted. I'll be so focused. I wouldn't be so distracted and flustered. I'll be so calm, right? When I have my female coworker, just me and her, and she's showing off whatever she's trying to show off, right? Showing off her cleavage. Oh man. Just be careful, Marvin. That's all I can say, dude. I missed the chat. Natalie, your car setting has homey and chill vibe. I've gotten used to it, but your oh, missed it. Your new content is good too. Thank you. All right. Homeless guy, you're gonna get swarmed by women in Vietnam. Oh, hey, that's my mom walking too. All right. Marvin, living the dream. All right. How long did I walk for now, guys? 10 minutes, 15 minutes? I usually do 20 minutes or 25 minutes, so probably only have 10 more minutes, right? Marvin, all right, see you, man. Good luck with your coworker. Good luck. Just circling around, going back and forth around my apartment. SG Tech, haha, she just passed by without even saying anything. Are you being a good son? Yeah, I'm being a good son. I think she just didn't want to distract me or bother me. Lucy, hi mom. Good that she's staying active by walking too. Yeah, she's diabetic, that's why she needs to walk too. And I'm pre-diabetic too. I got that good genes over it, right? So I gotta make sure I don't get diabetes, right? On top of cancer. That would be nuts. So that's why I'm trying to get my steps in. By the way, can you guys hear me okay? I'm outside, so I don't know how my audio is. Let me see. Like on live status indicator, auto focus. Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah, my mic seems alright. Okay, I'm at 60% of battery. Now 55% of battery. Okay, still enough battery, I think. Yeah. So how are you guys doing on Friday night? You guys don't have anything better to do other than watching my live stream? You guys are not going out to party? Are you guys homebody like me? Not doing anything? Natalie, South Korea is very romanticized in the media. Do you ever think of visiting? I actually went to go visit South Korea 2 years ago, and I had my own ideas of fantasy, right, about Korea, and that fantasy soon shattered as soon as I landed in Korea. Like, people, I don't know if it's just me, but and maybe like I'm now very accustomed to American culture, but let me tell you, like, people in Korea, they look very serious all the time. And even people that work in service industry, right, like restaurants, and even at the airport, when I landed, I pretty much got lost at the airport. I don't know how I got lost because it's such a tiny airport. I did, because I was trying to find this booth that helps with SIM card, right? So I was trying to find them and I couldn't find it. So I went up to this lady, was like this lady at the help desk, whatever, at the airport, and I was like trying to ask her, and she was very like, how'd you say? She was very blunt. Like, she did not smile at all. She would just like give me like very simple instruction, and that's it. She really wasn't really trying to. She didn't really seem like she was willing to help me out, even if I was clearly very confused and lost, right? Yeah. So I don't know. I didn't really have that good of experience in Korea. I really didn't like it that much. So originally I was going to stay there for about a month, but I left. I changed my flight tickets to stay there for only 2 weeks, and I left. Yeah. Dave France, thinking about the move to Thailand? Yeah, I definitely want to go visit Thailand, and hopefully I'm able to move there. I think actually Thailand might be a better choice for me than Korea. I don't know, I didn't really like Korea that much. But it could be just me though, you know. When I talk to other people that have visited Korea, and they love it, you know, they love the food, they love the culture. Yeah. So, you know, don't just take my word for it, you know. Also, I really hated how crowded it was in Korea. So I stayed in Seoul, and there was so many people there, and I would just feel so many people. I freaking hated it. But I'm pretty sure Thailand is the same way too, right? Yeah. All right. HFNF. How many languages do you speak? No, just 2, Korean and English. But I think if I try to learn another language, I think I might be able to pick it up fairly quickly, since I kind of know like how to learn a new language from my like own experience of trying to pick up English, right, when I was young. So I don't know. Yeah. There we go, Alfonso. Kenji, one day we should go to Kazakhstan and find some modest women. Oh man, you know, like, I look on YouTube, there's a lot of channels that rave about women in Kazakhstan, how modest and how, what is that word? How demure they are and how beautiful they are. And man, those women are beautiful, huh? They do seem very demure and modest. Do you think I might have a chance there? You know, I have no chance here in the States, but I might have the chance over there. Creed, hey man, God bless you. You'll get through this cancer, bro. Okay, thank you so much, Creed. Really appreciate it. Potis Jice, why did you pick up Korean? I did not pick up Korean. Korean picked me up because I was made in Korea. Does that make sense? Do you get my clever joke? Derek Alfonso, yeah, bro, just have confidence. Oh yeah, I just choose, like, I can't just choose to have confidence, right? Just snap of a finger, right? Just confidence arises, right? Once I decide to have confidence. Dude, confidence is something that just grows in you, like when you feel confident. I don't think it's just something that you get to choose, right? Just because I get to choose to have confidence, it doesn't mean that it's just gonna somehow just pop up out of nowhere, right? Like for example, let's say like I'm trying to learn how to play piano, right? When do you think I'll be able to have that confidence? Do you think that like just telling myself, oh, okay, I'm going to have confidence now with playing piano, and then do you think all of a sudden you're going to have that confidence for playing piano? No, right? Like you'll feel that confidence once you get familiar with how to play piano, and once you practice over and over, and once you get like good at it, right? That's how where confidence comes from, right? Damien, tell your dates you're a K-pop idol trainee. Bullshit. Okay. Dude, with this face? Who am I gonna fool, dude? With this face? You think I'm gonna pass for a K-pop idol trainee? I don't think so. That's funny. Dave, France, you need a remote job in Thailand. That would be a good setup. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to look for a remote job when I go to Thailand. We'll see. I know that it's going to be very hard for me to survive off of that Thailand wage, right? If I decide to work there. So I definitely need US wage to be able to live like a king in Thailand, right? That's what I want. Live like a king. All right. Oh, sorry. Too many chats. All of a sudden, you guys are so quiet, but now you guys are busy typing up. All of a sudden, slow down, dude. All right. Dave, tell them you're in BTS. Tell them I'm in BTS. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. You are right. Oh, so quiet again. Where'd you guys go? Did my night boss scare you guys? 엄마 몇 바퀴 돌았어? 네 바퀴? 그밖에 안 돌았어? 더 많이 돈 것 같은데. 뭐, 에?
했어?
뭐?
그거 뭐지? 지금 유튜브 하고 있는 거야?
방송하고 있어.
오케이.
Hey Noda. Hello. How are you doing, Noda? Good to see you. Did I see you before? I think there's some new viewers today, which is good. Always good, right? New viewership. And I noticed that my channel is picking up more subscribers now. Probably because I'm uploading more content regularly. So hopefully, yeah, my channel will grow again. Grow faster again. Thanks to all of you guys for your support. It wouldn't have been possible without you guys. Dave, I've heard Korea is a very depressing place to live and society. No offense. I think Korea had, and I think still is. I think they have the highest rate of suicide, and all of the OECD countries combined. So it's pretty bad. And yeah, it is a depressing place because, first of all, I think their work culture is very toxic still. You know, they have this like work till death, or work till work till like a slave, right? Mentality. Their whole country is very focused on just working their workers to death, right? And you know, when I was visiting Korea, it was interesting. So like during the evening or nighttime, I see so many people like drinking at night with their coworkers. It's just such a like deeply ingrained in their culture where they would, after work, they would go with their coworkers to drink away, right? And like one time I went to 7-Eleven and I bought a can of beer, and I was just like casually drinking outside 7-Eleven, just sitting at a table, right? And then it was only 7 in the evening, right? 7 p.m. And this guy, like with like his group, this one guy, he was already completely intoxicated and just wasted, and he like couldn't control himself, and he ended up like vomiting on the street, in the middle of the street. I was like, oh my fucking god. And he was like this like middle-aged man, right? And I'm like, dude, like why are they drinking so much? And it was only 7 in the evening too, but this guy's like completely wasted. And like, what made him drink so much? Want to drink so much, right? And you know, since I speak Korean, I could, like when I was sitting at a restaurant, I could also hear like other people's conversations. And you know, I just told you, right, how I noticed a lot of people, they go with their coworkers to have dinner and drink after work, which I think it's just absurd. Like, why would you want to spend more time with your work coworkers or with your managers, right? But like there was these two guys sitting right next to me, right? And I mean, I didn't even have to try to eavesdrop, but I was able to overhear their conversation. And dude, it was clear that like these two guys, so one of the guys was superior to the other guy, right? And I guess, yeah, his superior, like his supervisor, was like talking about work again. It was clear, right? It was just nonsense, dude. Like, why? Why would you want to have dinner with your coworker and with your supervisor? And why are you guys talking about work again? Right? Like, go home. You know, let them go home, right? It was just ridiculous. You know, just let this guy go home. Like, poor guy, you know, probably wants to go back home, but he can't because his manager wants to freaking drink away or drink more and just talk more about work, right? which was ridiculous, you know. And I'm so thankful that I don't live, you know, I don't have to deal with that culture, right? That fucking toxic culture. Yeah. All right, SG Tech just walked around some mall, and so many workers try to get you in. Oh well. Soju's like $1, yeah. It's really cheap over there, soju. I think in the States they sell it for like $5, $6. So they really overprice it, but overcharge, right? They do it to keep the job. Yeah, it's very true, right? I mean, yeah, they have no choice, right? I mean, if your supervisor wants to go eat after work, if your supervisor wants to go drink, you kind of have no choice but to say yes, right? So that's why I think it's just really unfortunate. And you know, that supervisor, I'm pretty sure he has his own supervisor, and he has to kind of like play the same game too, right? When he's around his supervisor. And even if he may not want to go drink or have dinner with his supervisor, he still has to go. He has no choice. And sometimes, you know, like some of these Korean companies, they still have this culture where even on during the weekends, they want to do activities like such as going on a hike and stuff like that. And you know, you can't exactly say no either, right? So if your superior wants to go, you have to go, right? If you want to keep your job, you have to go. What other choice do you have? Do you not go? Man. Yeah, SG Tag, in Korea you can't go home before your boss. Yup, that's another thing. You know, they so even if, like, let's say you're off, I don't know, like they're off work time is around like 5 or not, right? And you don't have any work, you're done with your work. But if you have your supervisor that's still, I don't know, is working or doesn't want to go back yet or doesn't want to leave, yeah, you kind of have to stay. You know, they will really look down on you or like look lowly of you if you decide to go home first before your boss, right? I mean, this happened with me too when I was working at this Korean company in the States. You know, it was my first week and I was done with my work, so I decided to go home, right, on that day. And the next day I can come report to the office. I get called in and my boss is mad at me because I went home before him. And I straight up told him, like, but I was done with my work. Like, what do you expect? I guess he was kind of taken aback, right, when I gave him that answer. And he was like trying to give me some like BS excuses of like, oh, you know, like you are supposed to check in with me if there's more work left because I might have some more work left for you. I'm like, no, you don't. You know, like it's already off time. Like I'm supposed to go back home. Why do you want me to work overtime? I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. But soon after that, I figured like their culture, right? So like this guy, these Korean people, even if they were somewhat like grew up here, some of them, they still had that mindset of like Korean mindset, right? Korean work mindset. Thinking that you're supposed to not go home before your boss. And they sometimes even take it as if it's really disrespectful for you to do that, right? So yeah, okay, I think I've done enough walking, right? So time to go back to my safe space, guys. My safe space. My safe space. Alright, I'm walking back to my car now, guys. Back to my safe space. Wait, did I walk enough? Let me check. How many steps? Alright. So back to my safe space. Alright. Okay. Okay, guys. Thanks for not leaving. Thanks for staying, guys. You guys are the best. Alright, so Dave, it's a very shallow, image-oriented, materialistic culture. It is. It is. You know, like Koreans, they think a lot about other people's opinion, right? Because like Asian culture, it's what is it called? It's the opposite of individualistic culture, right? It's a community culture. And if you kind of like try to go against the crowd or against your own herd, you get shunned, right? What is that word? I forget. I think America is individualistic culture society. What is Asia? Oh yeah, that word is collectivism, right? So yeah, like Asian culture, like including China, Korea, Japan, a lot of East Asian countries, yeah, they are very collectivistic culture. That's why they have the mentality, that group herd mentality. Hey Tejana, what's up? Thanks for loving my content. Thanks for your support. Alright, let's see what I'm going to talk about. What is my YouTube topic? Alright. Let's see. Oh, I guess I can talk about how my perception about life, about work, about hard work shifted. Right? So, I mean, I guess I have talked about this in some of my past live streams, but I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dr. Huberman. And I remember I used to watch a lot of his contents. Not anymore. But one of the podcasts I watched, he was talking about work ethics and hard work and stuff and self-discipline. And he was citing one study where like it showed when people, or how when people learn the best, right? When they're trying to learn something new, what is the ideal condition for them to learn the best. And one thing I remember is that when people try to learn something new, when there is 80% 85 to like 90% or like 80 to 85% success rate, that's when they learn the best. So anything above like 85%, that's too easy, he said. So people quickly lose interest, he says, like when they're trying to learn something, and if it's too easy, when they have above 90% success rate, when they're trying to learn something new, that's too easy, and people just quickly lose interest. Also, on the other hand, when they're trying to learn something new, and if their success rate is below 80%, people give up because it's too hard. So the ideal success rate is somewhere between 80 to 85%, something like that. I don't know, don't quote me on like the exact number, but it was something like that. Like the idea is that you can't have something that's too hard or that's too easy if you're trying to learn something new and if you want to give yourself an ideal environment. And I thought that was really interesting, and I think I could relate to that study a lot. Because growing up, I really had this belief that anything is possible, anything can be achieved if you set your mind to it. And people who oppose that idea, oppose that belief, are lazy as people. That's what I used to really believe. That I used to believe that people who don't believe in the hard work ethics, people who dismiss hard work as trivial, are lazy people, and they are not disciplined enough. They are trying to give you like lame excuses. So I really believe that anyone can learn anything if they set their mind to it. Right? Hey, more anime. What's good? But now I don't think that's necessarily true. I think we are all born with limitations, and limitations to our capacities. If you look at athletes, you know, those NBA stars or soccer stars, it's given that they did put in a lot of work. But also, you should not completely disregard the fact that a lot of them are born with a talent to be good at what they do. And also, when you look at pretty much every industry, right? Music, acting, sports, art. You know, it's full of people who are talented. And we have no problem calling these people talented. However, when it comes to academia, right? When it comes to learning a new knowledge, people often somehow assume that we're all equal. That somehow we're all born with same capacity of brain power. I remember sitting in a discrete math class at Berkeley. And that class is mainly about like proving math algorithms, right? A bunch of math proofs. And that's one of the classes I struggle the most. And believe it or not, I really, really tried hard try to like understand the obscure, the complex, very complicated concept and idea behind all these sophisticated algorithms and proofs. You know, these genius mathematicians found that discovered like many years ago. And I would go to office hours with my professors and graduate students, and I'll go up to these professors and ask them questions whenever I don't understand something, and they would try their best to help me understand. But then the thing was that it was still hard for me to understand, like for me to grasp fully this like sophisticated idea of math proofs. And I don't think there was ever a time for me to confidently say that, oh, like I finally get it. And I would like I look up stuff like different types of like explanations on Google, trying to really understand if there's any easier way to understand, to grasp an idea of these math proofs. But I still couldn't. And sometimes I get paired up with, these other students that are really smart, and they just get it. It just comes naturally for them. And, would it be fair for anyone to tell me that the reason why the other guy gets it but I don't get it is because I did not try hard enough? All I have to do is just try harder? And when I share this concern, with other students or sometimes on like Berkeley subreddit, I'm immediately like thrown these like blank advice of like, oh, you just gotta go to GS office hours with professor, and you just gotta like work with other students, and all these like advices that I've already tried. And it was funny because they were just assuming that I didn't try these different ways to, I guess, understand, to learn. But I've already tried other methods to learn, but I still couldn't get it. And one time, like I hired like right before, several days before the midterm, the exam, right? I actually found someone. I actually paid someone, a graduate student. He was like fucking genius. I pay someone to actually teach me how to like understand these proofs. And he still couldn't save his own life to help me understand. And I could sense his frustration why I couldn't get it. Like something so easy for him, something that's so natural for him to understand. However, I was so struggling hard, no matter how many different ways he tried to explain to me. And the more fucked up thing is that I was telling myself that I wasn't trying hard enough. So I was guilt tripping. I was gaslighting myself into believing that I'm still not trying hard enough. All I gotta do is try harder. Right? Because our society's message to those who fail, to those who give up, is that the reason why you fail, the reason why you're giving up is because you did not try hard enough. Even if like there might be some truth to it, I don't think it is always the case when people give up or when people fail. But whenever we fail, whenever we give up, we are faced with this harsh assumption that, and also we're labeled with this harsh, almost like prejudice and stigma that we are the reason why we failed. The lack of effort, lack of self-discipline is the reason why we failed. Right? That's the assumption that our society has on people who fail or who give up. That's why, giving up has such a bad connotation and also rep by our society, because we are very harsh on people who give up and who fail. But often they don't realize this hard work, all the sweat I put in to really make it work, to make it really succeed. And again, we ourselves also tell this message to ourselves that, we all gotta try harder. We all gotta try harder to actually make it happen, to make it succeed. And then when we are faced with another failure and after failure, we kind of don't know what to do anymore, right? Because we can only try so much. So what do people like me do in such a case when we're kind of stuck, not really knowing what to do, not really knowing where to go, not really knowing where to turn for help? And I'm still stuck with this idea, when it happens, when I fail, it must be me, right? It must be lack of my effort. So let's just keep grinding. But then again, you can only do so much. And what happened to me is that I fell into really, really deep and severe depression. I felt helpless. I felt useless. I felt stupid. I felt hopeless. And when I was not doing so well in school, my high school friends, they were very confused, right? They were very confused why I was struggling in college, because they always had this idea that I'm a smart kid, that I'm so smart that I would just succeed no matter what. And then they have this assumption that I'm just slacking off. But if I just try hard enough, it will all just happen, right? And I was confused too, right? I mean, obviously I had this identity growing up, especially in high school. Since I did so well in high school, I had this identity of smart kid, smart student. But then that identity was clashing so hard when I started struggling in college. So on one hand, I'm a smart kid. But then on the other hand, when I'm in college, I'm not so smart kid anymore. So which is true? Am I actually smart to begin with? Or am I actually not smart? And was this identity somehow a fluke? Maybe a fluke, right? And once I got into college and once I started struggling so hard in college, this identity that I may not be such a smart kid started winning. But then this one, it's this identity of this self-identity of I'm still a smart kid. He doesn't want to easily give up. He doesn't want to easily let go of this identity, right? They don't want to leave. So they try so hard to still cling on to me, right? Because that was the identity that I've had my whole life before I started school and college. So what do I even do now? What do I even do? Like with these two different, like completely opposite identities, what do I do? How do I even choose? It was so confusing. I was so confused and perplexed. What do I even do? And ironically, you know, like, so in high school, you know, these friends I used to actually help out, like in class, they did actually better than me in college. Some of them got into medical school, some of them got into pharmacy school, some of them got into dental school. But like, I'm nobody. I did not get into any school. I couldn't even graduate. I had to take time off. So again, that was confusing to me because these people, these friends I used to help out with their schoolwork, right? That I used to strongly believe that was less smarter than me. They all succeeded, but why can't I succeed? Why can't I make it happen? When all these kids I used to help, they all succeeded and they made it happen, right? It just was not making any sense. So it was a cycle of like, just vicious cycle of just depression, and then maybe telling myself to try harder, and I try harder again, and then it doesn't work out, and I fall into more severe depression, and then I tell myself, I guilt trip myself, and I gaslight myself. All I gotta do is try even harder, and I try harder, still doesn't succeed. I fail miserably, fall back into depression. So it just keeps going in that loop. But had I have, how do you say it? Had I have this realization I do now, back then, I think I might actually have been able to break that cycle. Had I have had the courage to actually choose another career, another major, that actually might be capable of doing and doing well, I think I might have been a lot better off. But also this ego, like this core ego, right? That's so deeply stuck with me, right? Just deeply rooted inside of me my whole life, right? This self-ego. It wouldn't let it happen, right? It wouldn't let me even consider different major or different career path, right? Because this ego, it was telling myself that, okay, like only a medical doctor path is the true path. This is this is the path that you need to take. There's no other options. So because of this ego, I just was pretty much wasting my life, wasting my whole time. Just going in that loop, that depression and try harder loop. But not really getting anywhere in life. Not progressing in life at all. When all my other peers, they're all progressing in life. But I was just like stuck here. And maybe, actually, I probably was regressing, right? But once I was able to let go of the ego, which happened in my early mid-30s, finally, that's when I gave myself another look at other fields of careers, other career paths. And once I was able to let go of that ego, I felt freed. I felt really liberated. I was no longer in that inflexible, very stubborn, very rigid ego anymore, right? And I was giving myself another chance to kind of give myself opportunity to consider other majors and other careers that actually might fit me better, fit my personality and my intelligence better. And that's when things start to change for me, for the good, for the better, right? So technically, you may say, and people may say, that I did give up. And yes, it's true that I did give up. But I gave up only after I have given many, many attempts, many, many tries, and put in enough effort to say that, okay, I've tried hard enough. This is not going anywhere. I'm not cut out for it, and that's okay. It's time for me to move on. Jeff Bezos, did you guys know that he actually, when he was in Princeton, he had, ever since young, he actually had a dream of becoming a physicist. But once he got into Princeton and once he realized that he's not cut out for it, he gave up. Once he realized that his peers were a lot smarter than him, a lot more intelligent than him, and he realized that he just wasn't cut out for it, like he's not smart enough to do it, he switched over to computer science. And he says he was the best thing he did, giving up physics. Nelson, that's what I'm doing right now, and I feel like I'm not getting anywhere either. Give yourself another look. If you are trying something and you feel like it's not going anywhere, try something else. For me, when I first started college, getting into medical school was my goal. When that didn't work out, and then I decided to go back to Berkeley. So I dropped out of Berkeley when I was around 20, 21 years old. And then I went back to Berkeley around the age of 33. When I went back, I switched my major from biology to cognitive science. Believing that I'm cut out to become a software engineer. And here's another thing, I kind of was okay. It's fairly good at computer science, coding. But God, I freaking hated coding. I freaking hated reading the documentation, those long walls of text and documentation whenever you look up certain stuff. I freaking hated it. I hated learning a new coding language, right? My favorite language is Python because it was very simple, but I hated everything else. I hated Java, I hated C++, I hated JavaScript, I hated everything else. Python was very simple. But anyways, I just hated it. I didn't like it. I hated the feeling of hitting the wall constantly. You know, like whenever you get to solve an algorithm or like solve a problem, yeah, like you are rewarded with a feeling of accomplishment. But that feeling only lasts what? Like 30 minutes, an hour? That's it. And then you're stuck with another problem and you're like banging your head against the wall. I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I even doing this, right? So I hated coding, but I kept keep pushing it, right? So when I graduated, so I did not have an internship under my belt, so I decided to work on like my personal project. So I was like creating my own personal portfolio to strengthen my resume, but that didn't go anywhere. You know, I deep inside I think I knew that it wasn't for me, right? I just couldn't see myself doing coding for the rest of my life. I only was doing it because of the money, like good money, right? But I didn't like it that much. I didn't like the idea of like that constant learning. There's a lot to learn when you code. There's never ending learning curve. There's so many things to learn, and tech, they change so fast. So there are like a ton of new things that come out every day. So it's very, very difficult to keep up with all those new technologies and new frameworks and new languages, unless you're really passionate for it and you're good at it. So I'm really glad I gave up on that too. And I decided like, I chose something else afterwards. And this time it wasn't that hard for me to let that go. Because I was already kind of trained in a way that like giving up something after I try it, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. So it was much easier this time around for me to look elsewhere other than coding. I was not so married to the idea that, oh, like coding is, like I never should not give up no matter what. Giving up is for losers. I cannot give up. I did not say anything like that to myself. Because it wasn't going to do me like any good. Cloud Junior, Kenji drinking grass water. This is actually matcha, so I don't know if you call it grass water, but it's pretty good. Matcha latte. Nelson, I graduated with bio degree with low GPA, and it just felt like I wasted so much time. You know, another thing with bio degree is that when you have a low GPA, you're kind of fucked, right? You don't have a good GPA, a good enough of a grade to apply for a grad school, and maybe you might have a chance working at a biotech company, but usually just bio degree alone is not enough for you to get hired unless you have some past experience working at a biotech before. I don't know. Yeah, that's how I feel. Maybe you could work in a lab as a lab technician. But I feel like unless you go to grad school, like professional school, it's kind of like a dead-end career too. Because when you work in a lab, there's not much room for growth. You're kind of like a lab rat, right? Ah, grassroots water tastes so good. Are you seeing it? Are you watching it, Clownware Jr.? Grass water so good. Wow, still 30 people watching. That's crazy. I have a lot of supports, man. I'm so lucky. I'm low on battery. I'll be right back. Let me get my external battery. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. All right, let's see. Okay, let me charge my battery. Let's see. All right, perfect. Perfect. To segue a little here, recently I know this. I have this friend with who I had a fallout. I know that he got married right recently, and I heard from a mutual friend that he has a baby now. His wife got pregnant, and they recently had a baby. And I have another close friend from high school now. He's a doctor, medical doctor in Korea. And he recently got married too. So half of my close friends from high school, they all got married. Also another friend from college that I still keep in touch with. Yeah, he's a very close friend of mine, and yeah, he He got married and his wife they have a kid now. They have a baby now too. So all my friends, or not all, but a lot of my friends, they now getting married and having a baby, and man, I'm just stuck here, I guess, just watching them and sometimes thinking, what am I even doing with my life? Right? What am I even doing? What am I even doing, right? So it's just me and my other friend from high school, the one that lives in San Diego. Yeah, just me and him now that are not married and don't have kids. And yeah, I mean, sometimes we do have a conversation about this, and I'm like, dude, what are you gonna do? And I think we both are slowly just giving up, unless, I don't know, we might have those mail-in brides from somewhere. They might be willing to marry us. Who knows? Oh, I realized this chat. Is it frozen or is it frozen? Or oh, it's not frozen. Okay. Hey, Peach. Oh, I missed you, huh? Okay. Hey, Little Titan. Oh, somehow I missed all these chats. Okay. Sorry. Hey, True Things. Peach, become those old Korean men marrying Vietnamese women. Yeah, I might. Who knows? Who knows, right? I might. Oh my god. Good to see you, Peach, by the way. Good to see you. Plumbing engineering. What do you do for work now? I intentionally don't disclose what I do for work now. But I can tell you is that I work in a field where there's not much money. My MBTI, INTJ. I for introverted, N for intuition, T for thinking, J for judgment, right? True Things. This feels very authentic. Oh, what feels very authentic, True Things? Help me out. So I can improve. So I can know what feels authentic for you guys. I don't know why, but I had In-N-Out Burger earlier, but I feel hungry again. Oh my gosh. You know, doing live stream is actually kind of energy draining too. because I'm constantly talking and reading chat and constantly using my brain. And as you guys know, English is not my first language, so I have to use more brain power, brain capacity to kind of be able to speak my mind. As a lot of times I kind of have to think about how to say it properly, so I get stuck a lot of times. It's not easy, guys, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Happy Friday, by the way. Happy Friday night. For some of you, probably Saturday, right? Saturday or Thursday, depending on where you are, right? Happy Friday. You know, when I was in my 20s, I definitely on Friday nights I would go out with my friends. But now I'm like, I just want to stay home. I'm not interested. I don't have any interest to go out or to go party or do anything party involved. I just want to stay home all day and just want to wither away. Like an old man, right? I am an old man, almost 40, so. But I really enjoy, you know, I really enjoy doing this. You know, like I feel like, oh my gosh. I feel like I finally found my new hobby that I feel like I can do for the rest of my life. At least for the next, you know, few years. Because this is like so much fun for me, like to talk to you guys, to share my ideas, my insights, my experiences. I get to hear your experiences too. I get to hear your insights as well, your feedback. And you guys are so supportive. You guys are so nice. You know, you guys like just very kind and genuine, caring, and this is like, I feel like this is such a great moment in my life, right? Beach, do you do skincare routine? Not anything, not anything extraordinary, I think. And you know, Peach, I don't really have good skin. It's all the lighting. If you look in like my videos and recorded in the daylight, my skin doesn't look that great. It only looks good because of the lighting, I think. It kind of it's like almost, it feels like makeup, right? It kind of hides or disguises like all these blemishes on my face and makes it look smooth, but it's really, I don't really have that great of skin. Country Rice, I fuck with your videos because they always feel very genuine and down to earth, especially since it has minimal editing. I like the way you phrase it. You fuck with my videos. I love it, dude. I gotta use that phrase. Thank you. What a compliment, dude. You just made my day. True things. The uncut, unaltered footage really gives that authentic feeling for me. Just you straight shooting to a camera. Oh, okay. So minimal editing, right? Keep it at minimal editing. Okay, got it. Oh, okay. I mean, the whole reason why I don't do editing is because, first of all, I don't really know how to edit that well. And second, I feel pretty lazy to learn how to edit. And third, yeah, probably I thought like there's not that many channels that do unedited videos. And I just wanted to be different. I just wanted to put my rawness out there, right? Just this whole thing, just without any editing, without any altercation, right? So yeah, I just wanted to be different. Peach lies. No, I'm serious, but I can't tell you what my skincare routine is. I do so in the morning I just take a shower and then I put on serum and then I put on a lotion, and then I put on sunblock. That's it. And then at nighttime, I wash my face with those face wash. And then I put on what is it? I forget. I can't. The anti-aging thingy. What is it called? Oh man, I can't. What is the anti-aging cream? Let me see. I'm asking ChatGPT. Anti-aging cream is the moisturizer. Ladies, what is it called? Oh, retinol cream, right? Retinol cream. So I use those, and I can share with you like the brand I use, because I think I really like this brand. It's very smooth and easy on your skin. I think it's organic too. So I can't share with you. Hold on, let me look it up. This brand, I exclusively just use their brand because how easy it is on my skin. It doesn't feel like it has too much chemicals in it. It just feels very nice, natural on my skin. It's called Mixun. So like, let me look it up. Mixun. I'm not sponsored by them. I hope they are sponsoring, but no, this is like Mixun. So Mixun moisturizer, and they have a bunch of other stuff too. But I think their serum and their moisturizer is really, really good. Also their sunblock is really, really good too. It's not oily. It absorbs really quickly. It's very light on your skin, so it doesn't feel heavy or itchy. Because I tend to have very sensitive skin since young, and I can't put on like heavy stuff, right? I have tried a bunch of, like a few months ago, I kind of on a whim, I ordered a bunch of really popular Korean skincare products, and I've tried a bunch of them, like tens of them, and this is the brand I decided on, Mixun, because it's very smooth and soft on my skin, easy on my skin. Yeah. Hey Dave, how's the love life been? Love life, non-existent. I was actually thinking of creating a Tinder content or dating app content, but I don't know. Yeah. Country Rice, imagine you get sponsored by them. That would be amazing, right? Yeah, for sure, man. So that I could get like free products, right? It would be awesome. I can't never say no to free stuff, right? Yeah. No, it's not mixing retinol. Retinol I use is this one. Let me see. I don't think they have retinol. Retinol I use a different brand because Mixun doesn't have their own retinol. I think if they did, I would have used theirs, right? Retinol. I use this one, let me see, the ordinary. This one is, I think this one is good. think you can find it on Amazon. I just scraped it from Amazon. Oh, The Ordinary. Yeah, this is the Ordinary is the brand name, I think. The Ordinary. That's the one I use. Also, I use CeraVe too. CeraVe Retinol. Theirs is pretty good too. Theirs is very smooth and soft and easy on skin too. I think the one by Ordinary, I think that one tends to be a little bit heavier, but like thicker. When you put it on your skin, it's thicker. Definitely, you could feel the stickiness and like it's slimy on your skin, so it feels heavy. So you just like put it on, like, you know that you're supposed to only put it on like during the nighttime, right? Don't put it on during the daytime, because supposedly retinol, when it comes in contact with the sunlight, it has like a chemical reaction, whatever, and it's not good for your skin. So make sure you use retinol only during the nighttime, like during the bedtime. That's it. But don't put it on like before you go out during the daytime, okay? You guys probably know this, but I didn't know about this. I used to put it on like during the daytime, day and night. But don't do that. Country Rise. Dating app content sounds interesting. You should try it out to see how it goes, right? Yeah, man, like I think it'll be interesting for sure, right? And if I could actually get someone, because someone was suggesting, oh, like for content ideas, they were like, oh, why don't you go interview Korean women? I'm like, oh, that's actually not bad of an idea. If there's actually Korean girls out there who are willing to do an interview with me, but maybe like if I come across someone who's willing to do an interview with me on Tinder or from other dating apps, you know, I was just like trying to, like, the interview I was thinking was maybe asking like girls' perspective on dating, right? Because I think us guys, you know, we can be like so stuck within our own ideas and in our own echo chamber, right? But I want to know like the dating experience for women too. So, Peach, what type of girl do you typically go for? Someone who's cute, right? Someone who's usually shorter than me though. Someone who has good funny personality, but obviously I have to first physically attracted to them. And I don't think when it comes to physical attractiveness, I think I'm pretty generous. Let me tell you that. Because a lot of times when I would hang out with my friends and then sometimes we like see a girl on the street or we run across a girl on the street and I'll be like, hey, like, did you see that girl? Is she cute? And they'll be like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? She's ugly. That happened a lot of times. So a lot of times I'm pretty generous. I'm not too picky, I think, when it comes to physical attraction. Dave friends, like I said, you should look around my age, 24. You can definitely still pick up some girls of my age. Okay, I try. Country Rice, would you ever consider doing one of those street interviews? Oh man, street interviews, hell no, Pablo. Dude, Country Rice, I can barely hold a camera and record myself in public because I feel so self-conscious. Man, I mean, certainly once I get over this fear, this like anxiety of feeling this anxiety of recording myself in public, if I can't overcome that, maybe that might be my next step. But man, I doubt it. But certainly the next step, right? But I haven't thought that far. Dude, I feel like that's too much of a challenge right now. I'm still trying so hard to overcome, to get over this anxiety of recording in public. But you know what though? Like today, even if it was like in a neighborhood where there was not that many people, I was able to record the video finally. In public, I was like walking and holding my camera. I still don't have a holder, so I was actually holding my phone like this and just walking around the neighborhood and yeah, recording myself for like 20 minutes. And again, like I was feeling so self-conscious even if there was not that many people around, but you know, I'm still trying to overcome that fear. So just bear with me, you know. I'm still growing, right? I'm still growing YouTuber. This whole thing of just starting my YouTube channel and just being a content creator is still new to me, right? It's just surreal still. I'm still getting used to this idea of like recording myself in public and just doing these things, you know. Just weird for me still. But I'm doing it, right? So, you know, yeah. Fan interview, one of us. Oh yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I think that would be much better. Fan interview for sure. Yeah. Hopefully it's a female. I'm just kidding. I don't think I have that many female viewers. I think last time I checked my viewers demographics, it's 80% males, 20% females. So definitely my contents cater to men, right? Morio anime. Kenji, you should make a video out of the segment where you talk about how it's okay to give up. Call it "It's Okay to Give Up." Yeah, I mean, yeah. I was talking about that earlier, right? Kind of, so I'll definitely make a segment, take a segment out of today's live stream and make a separate video. So just wait for it, you know, we'll upload soon. Haha, fan to girlfriend. Nelson. Country rights. Now that guy just asked your opinion on NBA drama. Hey Caitlin, female viewer. Oh, you're one of the rare. Caitlin, you're one of the very rare female viewer I have on my channel. Damien, sausage party. I love it. Sausage party, man. I'm dead. Country rights, you got 2 female views up there. And then the rest of the sausage party. Peach, would you rather approach girl first or she approach you? In Korea, the girls approaches a lot. What? In Korea, the girls approach a lot? I didn't know that. I mean, if I can choose, I'd rather have girls approach me first. Easier, right? You know, I actually have approached girls a lot in the past. I was always the one that would make a move on them. I was always the one that would make an initiative, right? Because, like, I have to. As an average or below average man, I have no choice. I have no choice. I have to make a move. I can't wait for a girl to move because they would never do it, you know? I'm not, like, type of guy where a lot of women would just make a move on me, right? So I have to make a move. I have no choice. So a lot of times I was faced with a challenge that I had to just come up to the girl and just, I don't know, make the move and make an initiative to ask them out on a date, ask for their number. And sometimes I succeeded, a lot of times I failed. Sometimes they would give me these like disgusted looks on their face as if they saw something horrendous, but it's okay. You know, I survive. You know, it's not the end of the world. I mean, in that moment, obviously, it feels hurt. I feel hurt. I feel very discouraged and disappointed. But I move on, you know. I move on. Like one time I saw this girl on the street. I was walking to campus and I saw this girl on the street. She was walking from the opposite side and I just thought she was really cute. So I walked up to her and I just straight up asked for her number. And like initially she turned me down, obviously, but I kind of begged almost. I think like in hindsight I shouldn't have done it, but I was like, oh, like maybe let's just be friends, you know, you don't have to let's just be friends. Like why don't you give out your number? So she finally gave out her number and when I texted her, cricket, right? And then the funny thing is I ran into her a couple more times on campus and I think she saw me. I think she noticed me. I noticed her too, and it was so awkward. I mean, I never said hi or anything like that, but it was just really awkward. Just running into each other right after the cold rejection or cold ghost or whatever. But this is, I think this is probably a typical story of average men, where we get rejected a lot, we get turned down a lot, and we kind of become, I guess, used to rejections, and we don't let it ruin our day anymore because we are so accustomed to it, right? Like we're so like used to rejections. So it's not even that bad. It's not really, I mean, first few rejections, it feels like the end of the world, but not anymore when you get rejected over and over, like tens of, like 20 times, 30 times, even hundreds of times. After you get rejected, it's just not the end of the world, you just move on and just approach another girl. And I think many times, it really comes down to as a numbers game, right? You just gotta up your tries. And sometimes you get a yes. And even when you get a yes, it's still hard, right? You still have to take them out on a date, and they still have to, or you still have to not fuck it up, right? That might be your only chance she's gonna give you. Caitlin, I wouldn't respond to a guy asking for my number, but maybe I'll follow him if he offered me food. So maybe like food is your weakness, huh? That's funny. Country Rice, do you have advice for what to do after someone you approach says yes? I mean, I don't have any special advice. You just like set up a date, right? To go on a date. I wouldn't like set up a date, take them out to a nice dinner. I think that's way too much to go out on a nice dinner with someone you don't even know. I think that's just too much and just too imposing, right? So I think maybe if you just ask them to go out for a boba or a coffee, that would be good. You just get to know them, just get to talk to them casually. You're not chewing food, in your mouth with a stranger, complete stranger you just met, right? I think that would be really awkward to go out on a date, like nice dinner date or lunch date with someone you just met. I think it's just too much commitment, I think it's better for you guys to just either go for a coffee or just go for a walk. That's it. And I'm not an expert, by the way, but based on my experience, that has worked out better. It just, yeah, it feels awkward, like to go out for dinner with someone you don't even know. You just barely met as you got their number, right? I think from girls' side too, I think it would feel a little. I mean, unless you're Caitlyn, right? I think she's into food, so if you offer her food, she's just follow you. But I think other than Caitlyn, I think yeah, coffee would work better than food. So, all right. More your anime. Kenji, how do you handle confrontation? What do you mean? How do I handle confrontation? Like, are you asking me if, like, I am okay with confronting someone, or if someone else is confronting me? Peach, in Korea, the girl has to take the initiative, so I've bet on expert pickup artist rejection isn't that bad. I've become an expert pickup artist. Rejection isn't that bad, right? After rejection isn't that bad. It's not the end of the world, right? Kayleen, IHOP is never awkward. Oh my god, Caitlin. Dude, you just want free food, don't you? You just want to use them for food. You're like, okay, let's go to IHOP. Okay, I ordered this pancake, this omelet, this steak, and this drink. And then after you eat it, you're like, oh, okay, I had a nice dinner. It was nice meeting you. Bye. Oh man. Both. So I don't think I've actually had anyone really confront me before, because I'm usually very mellow, and also I'm like people's pleaser, right? Not as much anymore as before. So I usually don't go under people's nerves when I hang out with them. So I guess other people don't feel the need to confront me. But sometimes I have had moments where I felt like I needed to confront them. And how do I handle it? I don't think I handle it very well, but basically, if I have to confront them, I try to stay calm in a calm manner, and I try to just state my mind or state my point. But it's really not easy. Like my personality type, I am not wired to be good with confrontation. But again, once I think the way you have to look at it is like you're not necessarily trying to confront someone. Rather, you're trying to, you're trying to speak your mind, honestly. Like you're trying to honestly express yourself without holding yourself back too much. Does that make sense? So you gotta really try to think of it as a way to just, you are trying to exert yourself, right? Without really getting into a physical fight or getting into an argument. You're just trying to express how you feel, how you think in a very genuine and honest way. And when you think of it that way, it doesn't have to lead to like argumentative behavior or action, right? You're just simply stating your mind. And when you try to do that at work, it's gonna be hard, but I think sometimes it's necessary. Again, you don't have to resort to like yelling match. Like, I don't think it's a healthy way to approach it, right? But again, you have to be able to state your mind. Like, you have to be able to express yourself, right? No matter the situation. That's a skill. That's also, I think that's also, that's a skill that you have to learn how to do in your life, and it can be very helpful in every aspect of your life, for your work, for your relationship with people, romantic relationship, right, with your family, you gotta really be able to learn or know how to speak your mind. And sometimes I think the reason why confrontation is hard is because we're also worried about how the other person is really going to react. But then again, how the other person may react or respond, it's really out of my control, right? So it should be out of my concern. My concern should be focused on how I get to express myself, right? And initially, if you're not familiar with confronting someone or expressing yourself in an honest way, you may stutter, you may start to feel awkward, or your heart may start pumping and beating really fast. You may have racing thoughts. You may start to sweat a little. It's okay. It's all learning experience at the end of the day. Just like how I approach, or how we approach women, right? If you think about it, you are, in a way, it is kind of confronting them, right? Because when you're approaching women, like cold approaching, right? For example, you're walking up to them and you are expressing yourself. You are expressing how you feel to a stranger, to a complete stranger you don't even know. You just met, you just saw. So that person doesn't know anything about you, and you don't know anything about them. However, you are standing there right in front of their face and you are expressing yourself. Isn't that wild? So in a way, I think that I kind of see it as confronting them too, right? You're kind of like getting in their way. While they're trying to go about their day, you're kind of like stopping them, right? And you are confronting them to express yourself. Does that make sense? I hope it's never awkward, Caitlin. All right, Caitlin. You do you. All right, Nelson. See you again. Thanks for coming by. More anime. I'm a highly sensitive person, so it's tough for me. Yeah, it is tough. Yeah, I'm highly sensitive too, so it's always going to be an uphill battle. More anime. So, like the way our brain is wired, anime. We highly sensitive people. You have to take it for a fact that it's always going to be a struggle for us to do something like confrontation. So, our goal for people like us, our goal shouldn't even be something like getting totally natural with such behavior, such as confrontation. That shouldn't even be our goal to begin with, because we're never gonna get there, because that's not how our brain is wired in many ways. I mean, you may get there, but most likely our default is so wired in such a way that we're so scared, that we're so sensitive. It's going to be so challenging for us to naturally be comfortably confront someone, and that's okay. We're not necessarily trying to do it naturally, right? We're not trying to confront someone like other people who are good at it, who may be good at it, who may be natural at it. We're not trying to imitate them, right? We're trying to be me. We're trying to be us, right? Us highly sensitive people. And how do highly sensitive people confront someone? We do it awkward. We do it in a very awkward way, strange way. And that's okay. The fact that you actually tried is all that matters, right? I think that should be our goal. The fact that we tried. No matter how awkward it may have come off, right? How much of a butcher job we may have done with confrontation. That's subsidiary, right? That's something that we don't even consider, right? That's a bonus. If we did well, that's a bonus. But even if we didn't do well, that's okay. Our goal should be just like the fact that, yeah, we actually were able to muster up the courage, right, to confront someone. And if we did, it's already a win for us. I hope that helps. All right, Emerald. Good night, good night. Thank you for watching. More your anime, yeah, effort. Effort is what should be the focus. My whole life, the goal for me has been to be comfortable doing it. Right. You know, I can completely relate to your experience, because I shared this in one of my past live streams of like how me being born as a very introverted person, but my whole life, especially my 20s, I try so hard to come off as this extroverted person, right? I try to look cool, I try to look open-minded, I try to look like very comfortable around people, I try to look like what do you call it, like social butterfly, right? Because in my mind, extroverted person was the image, the facade that I wanted to portray myself as, because they look cool, they look comfortable, they look very natural, and people flock to them, right? But usually introverted people, other people don't flock to them because they're introvert, they're shy. A lot of times they may be awkward, right? They may feel uncomfortable around other people, and they usually prefer themselves to be by themselves. Nothing wrong with it, but usually if you want to be that, like, people like be around other people, you want to be extroverted person, right? So I try so hard to look like that person, to look like an extroverted person, and a lot of times, when I was faking it, I was able to fool a lot of people. A lot of people took me for someone who is actually extroverted, but it was sapping so much energy out of me. A lot of times when I'm back home, I'm like exhausted. I'm completely drained, right? And after all, I was not happy. I did not feel comfortable with myself. But I had this idea that, okay, like the more I try, I will become an extrovert. But I never did. But I just became good at faking it. But I never genuinely, truly kind of integrated that extroversion side of me, right? I just integrated a fake side of me, right? Faking an extroversion side of me. But now I don't even try. I don't even try to look like an extroverted person now, right? When I go out, when I go hang out with my friends, I just be me, which is just being comfortable with introverted side of me, right? And sometimes I feel comfortable enough to feel like I'm actually not as awkward, right? So that at times, like, I feel genuinely extroverted, right? I hope that makes sense. Did my chat freeze? I think my chat freeze. Let's stop. Yeah, I think my chat froze. Let's see. Okay, let me see it again. Widget. Chat widget. Let's try this one. This one. Oh, this one looks cool. This one is cool too. Let's try this one. This one looks cool too. Oops. Save. Click to apply to the screen. Okay, didn't work. Man, this thing is such a pain in the butt. Never works, this chat thing. Bubble. Not working again. Hiya. Hiya. Okay. Delete widget again, chat widget. Try this one. Not working. Oh gosh. So freaking annoying. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Let's see. Save. Not working again. It's so annoying. It's really, really annoying. Okay, I give up. It's not working. Just not working. Anyways. Hey, 95 Dre. Hello. Okay. We might be ambivert. Yeah, that's true too. Sometimes I feel introverted, or most of the time I feel introverted. But then if I'm around people I feel comfortable with, I become super extroverted too. Wow, we are almost heading to 3 hours live stream. That's nuts. That is a long time, guys. Right. It's a long ass time. Long ass time. More anime. Kenji, would you ever cold approach in the supermarket? I have cold approach in the supermarket too. Would I do it now? I don't know. I'm too old now for cold approaching people. I feel too old. But I have in my 20s. Country rice. I thought the stream ended for a second. I thought so too. I thought so too. Oh my gosh. How do I make this work? How? Come on. Work. Nope, it's not working. Alright, more anime. Thanks for coming by. Stay safe. County Rice, what have you been up to recently? I've been working hard. I've been trying to create more content, record more videos, and I've been trying to give a little more tweaks, to bring a little change to my videos. So I always record it in my car, but I try something new and I go out and record myself while walking on the street. I've been actually pretty focused on doing more on my YouTube because I really want to expand my YouTube channel. I really want to grow big. And I feel like this could hopefully become really officially my side income and side job, right? And my hope is that it actually becomes my main job. But that's a big dream, right? I know. But I've definitely been more focused on just doing more for my content. And this has been fun, right? Just thinking constantly about how to improve my content and what to do, and so I that's what I've been doing, and that's about it. All right, well, it's getting late at night. It's almost 10 here, and I think it's probably time for me to wrap up. Right? It's been well over 3 hours. Well, Country Rice, I think it was the first time I actually saw you, right? I don't know if you have come on my live stream before, but thanks for your support. And I hope to continue to see you on my next live stream, right? I do this once every few weeks, and I hope to see you around. And Damien too, thanks for coming again, right? Always thank you for your support. Okay, so I hope everyone has a great night. Okay, all right, thank you everyone, take care.